Hey, hello everyone, good morning. I just got disconnected, that's why I'm logging back in right now. I had it running for like 10 hours. I just barely got disconnected though. So you're not gonna see my actual production monitor, but this was making the 2,470 lemonade per hour that it's supposed to be making. So no issues in the end. Yes, Martin, I know I'm a couple minutes late. But hello Martin, hello Spartans, happy Friday dub and Townstar fam. Oaken Shield, good morning. Coinman says, I had more globes this competition than any before. That's saying something. Right? Well, I don't know about myself. I lost count of how many times I got disconnected, but I did get disconnected several times. Not as many times as some of you people though. Bayes, hello. He says hi all. They didn't fix the globes though, as Martin was saying. Herb says hi all. Hello Herps. Anyone else got a globe in the last 8 minutes? Yeah, several people did, because I saw them relogging on the leaderboard, and I just had to do that too. Noldori says it did way better than expected this competition. That's good to hear. You know, I'm doing pretty much as expected. Wow, I almost predicted my position. C Money says good morning Starshine. The Earth says hello C Money. Girl Gamer says morning dub and everyone. Hello Girl Gamer. Hello Mary NG. Welcome everyone. I know a couple minutes late to the start of the stream, even though I tried to schedule it earlier. I usually end up like moving stuff around in the end, like make sure the camera's right. The lights work right now, but they kind of restart them to get them to work. I could have made this a little better maybe, but I kind of already knew that I wasn't gonna get top 10 because having bright winds would have saved a couple spaces. I know I have one, right, and it does save like a tile, but I know the people that are in top 10, they have several of them, so they are saving a couple tiles. So I kind of figured that's why I wasn't gonna get top 10, because this isn't. You see, a lot of the space gets used on lemon trees, so everybody's going to use about the same amount of space. Of course, having things like birdhouses are going to help out there in the Navy batch set, because that just reduces the craft time of everything. But despite, other than that, you pretty much need things that are going to save you tiles, whether that be multiple twin garages, because each twin garage really does save a tile. I'm basically using 15 tractors, but only taking up space for 10 of them. Wizard setup is pretty good. I don't think there's anything actually wrong with my wizard setup. The only thing that I believe could have saved space is the windmill setup. By having more bright winds, reducing the amount of windmills I need. Possibly even reducing a spot for the tree farm. Add a couple more mixing tents, add a few more lemon trees, it could have been done. But I think this design turned out better than I expected. Oh yeah, I actually forgot to link the stream. Thanks, Ivan. Let me actually post that now. I usually don't forget to link the stream, but here I am trying to start the stream like very last minute. Let me link it. I did hear a couple of people have issues with either they weren't making the same rates, or their storage is jammed up, or their trade depot or dragons weren't selling everything that they thought was going to be sold, or something like that. You know what I mean? If you ran into one of these issues, like I'm sorry to hear that, but yeah, I heard a couple people ran into those issues. A couple more than usual, I suppose. Alright, I didn't actually check how many people were here before right when I started the stream anyways, but you know, hello everyone, once again, hello 28. Herb says I have another globe now, so restarting those 6 minutes is enough. Oh yeah, I mean if I get a globe in like the last 3 minutes, I'm not gonna restart. I can tell like sometimes when the leaderboard, whenever I go to like 10th or 9th for like a few minutes, it's because somebody up here is relogging. Look at O-Town and Pyramid, so close to the amount of stars. I did see O-Town point this out, but it's like a 1% difference, super close. That's very impressive what they managed to do there. If I had to guess, the rate is like 3,500 per hour or something. Or a little over that, somewhere around there. Look at XG and Z, we're also very close in the rates. Very, very close. Yeah, some of these are very close, which is what I expected because, you know, we're using almost the same amount of lemon trees in our builds. Very close. I was very close to top 10. I know. I speculated that I would get 12th place, so I was kind of wrong there, but yeah, pretty close. Also sends thanks Dub for Circus and Haunted. I'm top 225. Glad I was able to help you out. Juxies, hello. Martin says I'm not nervous, I'm not stressed. I'm okay, and then you start screaming internally. Anulis Rodos, hello. Hi Dub, hi everyone. Position 106, so close for top 100. Hope you enjoyed the game with your sister. Appreciate it. My sister hasn't played in a while. Actually, like over a year. Yeah. I'm surprised you remember that. I remember when I mentioned it like a year ago. She used to do some competitions. My girlfriend used to do some of the competitions too, but that was actually over a year ago as well. So competition's about to end in a minute, so I'm just gonna wait for it to end. Then we're gonna take a look at the information for the Halloween meta starting next week, because you know, it's basically already Halloween. Okay, I think I have it ready to pull up, but yeah, I'm just gonna wait a minute here. Juxie says, almost forgot to fast forward, Megabonk distract me. Yeah. I haven't played a game of Megabonk in like 2 days. I might do a run real quick after this. A run of Megabonk. I've mostly just been focusing on unlocking stuff that I don't have on that game. There we go, competition ended. Got top 25. It's been a while, but I'll still take it. Difference between top 25 and top 10 is like 1,000 Gala. And then an additional 500 on top of that for like 9th place. I mean, the more Gala, the better, eh? But it's not like a significant difference. It's not like going from top 100 to top 50 is a significant difference. Top 50 to top 25 is still a pretty good difference, you know. Though with the current token price of Gala, you could argue that it's really not much. It really doesn't make the prizes look that good right now. Basically what I'll say. I know I still need to do daily chance, so I'll go ahead and get on here. DeFi, hello. Keep getting disconnected. I hear that a lot. Martin, the end, 537. Let's see what it is for real. Yeah, that's true. Can't celebrate too soon. Though 537, I don't think you're gonna go under like 600 or anything. Pro Gamer says, so lucky this week had an overnight mistake. Left Quick Builder down instead of a tree farm 25th. I really do hope that you say you got 25th place. I really do hope it is top 25 for you, because you know sometimes somebody like logs out in the end. Oh, if you've been paying attention to the leaderboard, you would know for sure if you got 25th or not. Like, but yeah, I hope you did, girl gamer. If so, congratulations on top 25. I don't want to make it more confusing than it already sounds. All right. All right, it's wool meta. When have I done? Not wool meta. Wool daily challenge. When have I done the wool daily challenge on stream? It feels like the daily challenges are completely out of sync. Like this doesn't usually happen on a Friday. Also, we do have town hall today, right? But it might be like 2 hours from now. But yeah, I placed these for the points. Let me turn the eggs off though. I don't want that to go to the storehouse. Storehouse right there. That's fine. If anything, I'll put on the turkey. Alright, hold on. I'm not gonna put down all my NFTs yet. I'm just making sure that I can make the wool. Alright, we'll pick up from here in a moment. See, Winnie, what the heck? I just got disconnected right. So after the competition ended, you got disconnected. Everybody gets disconnected when the competition ends. You got disconnected after the competition ended, or what the heck are you talking about? Or when you went to daily challenge. Sometimes I do go to my daily challenge and I get disconnected from there. Oh, let me... Where are you? This one? Okay. Hello, Dave. DeFi says, we had some of the second loop of challenge this week. Copper and gold the other day. Yeah, you're right. That is part of the second loop. Okay, so they recently introduced the second loop. So one of these days we'll get the marshmallow one. Okay. That makes sense. That's why it's a little different now. Alright, like I said, Halloween is soon, so we're making Halloween boxes next Tuesday. That would be the, what is it, the 23rd competition? October 23rd competition, or what? Oh, I'm sorry, that's Thursday. October 21st competition. Okay, as usual, I'll go over the cash boost first, right? So, oh wait, before I do that, just so you guys know, when they first announced this competition, the requirements for Halloween box included a mirror, but that got removed within a couple of hours. And a new announcement came out, which is this one, the one that Ginobili posted, because I don't think Ducks Honey ever fixed the previous one because he fell asleep or something. Oh, I think he... Oh, he did fix it. Whatever. But yeah, it had a mirror at first, but they replaced that with a pumpkin pie, just so people are aware. Like, I know people were confused that day, because they were like, hey Dub, I think you're telling people the wrong meta or something, or something's wrong, but no, it just got changed. But yeah, with that explained, cash boosts are going to be pumpkin pie, maybe like 40% increase. Magic powders, about 5 times more. Sangria is almost double. Oh, and candlestick is like a 50% increase. So these cash boosts, as somebody pointed out on Discord, and I was telling them also, these cash boosts aren't really going to help that many people. They're only going to help the top players that have a bunch of NFTs to be able to immediately rush making these products. Depending on the NFTs you have, right, you can quickly make magic powder or pumpkin pie. I mean, you probably could quickly make candlesticks, but I can't imagine that I can't imagine many people would have all the NFTs they need to quickly make candlesticks, but I guess it's possible. And yeah, Sangria, you could quickly make it too, you know, if you can quickly, well... okay, I think the easiest of these to rush is Pumpkin Pie and Magic Powder, but really it just depends on which NFTs you have. Anyways, if you're a no NFT player, you can't really rely on these cash boosts, so you're gonna want to stick to gold, I suppose. Unless you guys can think of a better idea or I'm missing something here, that's what I'm thinking right now. Me personally, I could just sell Magic Powder for cash, but that's just because I have the NFTs for it. Of course, Halloween Box is going to be the main competitive item with the 220,000 star boost. If it was any lower, we may have considered making something else. But looks like that's still going to be the main competitive item to make here. Biome is, what's this say? Desert with a mountain and a river. Oh, the picture's up there. It's fine. I'll show you what it looks like on the planner in a moment. Courtesy of the people who create the starting biome, you know, appreciate that. This competition is going to give both the Gala reward and the blueprint for the Thrifty Boxing Facility. And somebody else pointed out in the Townsend discussion, boxing facility isn't really that expensive, plus we usually don't build a crazy amount of them. So that's not going to be that helpful in NFT. It's really not, but okay. Yeah, terms and conditions. Sometimes I forget they have those. Anyways, Halloween Box is the only new item for this upcoming competition. It's going to require 1 candlestick, 1 pumpkin pie, 1 magic powder, 1 sangria. First glance, this kind of sounds like a stack box, or at least the step before that, which is like party box and food parcel. Or gift parcel, food parcel, party box. Some of you know what I'm saying. Some of you are really confused, I bet. Candlestick is a very difficult item to make. We did have a candlestick meta at some point. That was when they changed the crafting requirements for it. So it requires vanilla and stuff. Or the vanilla scented candles. Pumpkin pie, not as difficult to make. It's just that pumpkins require 10 water. Magic powder is... it's not difficult to make either. Magic powders should be pretty easy considering... Compared to the other stuff, magic powder is the easiest of these 4 items in my opinion. You're just gonna need money for a master wizard, and you... I guess depending on your rate, 1 master wizard may be enough. I might be wrong, but it seems like magic powder is the easiest one to make out of these 4 items. And sangria, of course, is going to require bottle production, so you're gonna... That's why you need the mines to get the minerals to make the bottle. Then you get the other stuff for sangria. There you go. Sangria requires Cabernet Sauvignon, I believe. So yeah, 3 difficult items, 1 sort of easy item. Magic powder is pretty easy in my opinion. There you go. It's kind of like a party box meta, but just different items. Mostly different items. The pumpkin pie and sangria are very similar to what we do for the food parcel already. Yeah, so it's gonna be a pretty complicated meta. Nevertheless, don't expect a high rate. I don't even know what no NFC rate would be just by looking at this. Also, I actually don't think I'm gonna make a no NFT build for this one. So I'm sorry to disappoint some people, but I don't think I'm gonna make one for this. I'd rather just spend more time focusing on updating the planner, especially since this one will take me more time to do. This a no NFT build for this will take longer because it's a bit more complicated. It could be done, right? It's just a matter of putting time into it. But I'd rather spend more time on the planner. New Era, hello, as well as Lasha Levan says good, and you, it's a good game. Well, that's the only new item for the Halloween box meta is Halloween box, of course. Didn't really expect a Halloween meta just yet. I thought we were gonna do it for the week after, and we still might. You know, some people are speculating that it's gonna be like similar to Garage Sale, where we're gonna have like 3-star boosted items. and in the end, it's one of them is just gonna be the main meta, so that could be it. So yeah, let me take this off. Let me go ahead and sell that wool, even though I still need to place down all the other NFTs. Homeboy Gaming, hey Dub, that was close between us. I did see that. Congratulations on top 10, I believe, or I believe you got exactly 10th place. I know it was very close between me, Homeboy, and Planet Bob from what I can see in the stars. We must have all been close to 2,500 per hour. Or I think maybe you and Planet Bob got slightly over 2,500 per hour in the end. That might have been it. Let me pull up the planner. What are you working on the planner? Any new feature? Oh yeah, I am DeFi. I'll quickly go over it too. It's funny, DeFi does have access to the planner, but it's, you know, I usually don't talk about the upcoming features in public. I usually talk about them in Team Dub chat. So there's a couple of people that don't know what the upcoming features is. But that's a good question to ask. Let's go here. Grassmere, hello. Oh boy, I was doing 2470, Bob was 2500 per hour. We were very close. I think the first couple of hours I might not have been doing 2470. I don't know exactly because I didn't change anything. In the end, I was doing 2470. Maybe something was wrong while I was offline or something. Could have been what happened. This is what the starting biome is going to look like, I believe. I mean, I just quickly loaded it up from somebody who made it. Once again, I appreciate the people coming up with these starting biomes and sharing them on the planner. That's going to be very nice and helpful, you know, especially in the future. So people can quickly pull it up and stuff. Appreciate it. That's a team effort from the community, because I'm not going to be the one coming up with all these starting biome designs, you know. Not going to spend the time on doing that. But I mean, it looks like the river is gonna be. Is that the river or the ocean? Yeah, river's gonna be south. Is this right? Oh, there we go. River's gonna be south. Mountain's gonna be on the east. Okay, desert north. There we go. All right, so this is how it looks like. There's a oil seep apparently. Oh yeah, I see the picture that Duck Sunny posted now. Okay, yeah. So it should look like this. And here's all the items you need for one Halloween box. You might not even be able to see it all because I'm kind of covering it up. But you know, it's a big old list. I'm not really gonna zoom in on all that, but it's a lot. Okay, it is a lot. And the diagram thing on how to make it. It barely fits on the screen, guys. It's, oh gosh. Alright. There, I had to zoom out a little bit, but here's how to make the Halloween box. I'm really not going to explain this. And like I said, I don't think I'm going to make a build showcase on this one. I know I should have a no NFT build showcase for candlesticks. I might be wrong. I've done a lot of no NFT build showcases, but I know a few I didn't do. I can't remember if I did one for candlesticks. Pumpkin pie, I'm pretty sure I did that. Magic powder by itself has never been a meta, like on its own, but like I said, it's not complicated to make magic powder. It's gonna be the easiest thing to make out here. And sangria, we've done sangria before, we've done Cabernet before, but that's probably a long time ago, so most people probably don't remember. New stuff I'm working on the planner is... Well, first let me say this. You guys know the planner is going to be public access eventually for everyone. Whenever the planner is publicly available for everyone, I am basically going to discontinue updating the spreadsheet. I know a lot of you people appreciate the spreadsheet. It's been very helpful, but once I can discontinue the spreadsheet, I can spend more time just focusing on the planner. Okay, because I am still updating the spreadsheet, albeit kind of late. Sometimes I update it on Monday, right? I haven't added Halloween box on there yet, but I am still updating the planner. I don't actually add the new NFTs. Sorry, the spreadsheet. I don't actually add the new NFTs to the spreadsheet anymore, but I still add all the meta information, little competition stuff. But once the planner is completely public to everyone, I would hope that it has all the information that the spreadsheet is currently providing. That's the goal. So with that said, the next update should add more information about the NFTs. So you should be able to see it at the bottom right. But whenever you click on an NFT, I want it to show this, other effects, so it explains exactly what that NFT does. Buddy the dog, 5% movement speed of lumberjack. In global radius, it's not stackable. Chocolate fountain, in addition to the 2 passive cocoa. It reduces the craft time of the chocolate shops in the 1 tile radius. And it also reduces the craft time of cocoa trees globally. It doesn't say unstackable, that means it has no limit to the stacking. Let's see, I'm not going to show you guys all of these, but I mean the badges explains what the badges does. Diamond pump or diamond charge station, you know, doubles water drum, doubles energy. Epic art and decor shop. It also reduces the craft time of all the art and decor shops in the global radius, but it doesn't stack. You know, all that information. That's what I'm working on the next update. In addition to maybe some other stuff, which it just depends on how much time I'll have to finish this up. I want there to be... The spreadsheet has some kind of like frequently asked question and in-game information thing. It kind of explains like what shade does, what dirty does, you know, so some new players don't know everything, so that's the point of those explanations. So I kind of want to add something here that is kind of like a little wiki that you can search some things up and it'll have explanations for them. I've not added that yet, but that's the idea. The next update for sure will already have this other effect and explanation stuff. Right, all this information that I want on here, you know, before it's public, to make sure it has as much information as possible. There's some other stuff that maybe will update too, but I'm not going to explain yet. This planner has like, it's been a lot of work. There's been way more work than the actual spreadsheet, and the spreadsheet was a hell of a lot of work. It's been fun to work on, but also frustrating because that's just how things go. You can't imagine some of these features, they will literally take the whole day just to do one thing, just to make sure it works properly. But you don't have to worry about that too much. You just have to worry about that it works. And the people using it so far, I don't think they've had too many issues. Other than maybe the production prediction, but that's always not going to be perfect. It's going to be impossible to get that perfect. It's already to the point where the production prediction is amazing, and that might just be as amazing as it gets. Okay, it's never going to be perfect. And that is my worry once this goes public. Once everybody is able to use this planner and hopefully not get confused about how to use it. Some people might rely on the production prediction too much and they're going to have a bad time because they're relying on it too much. They didn't test their build and it ends up not being exactly correct. Is what I'm afraid of. I mentioned this before, but you know, if that happens, oh well. I'm not liable for any damages. I can't imagine somebody would get that pissed off if that happens. But who knows? Intro, hello. Also Sandula, hello. DeFi says there is a lot of info to add for the NFTs to get good explanation or of utility rather than the Gala Vega ones. So yeah, exactly. I don't want to do it like manually for each NFT. So DeFi, the way it's like coded in right is it should automatically grab that information. Sort of. I don't know how else to explain it, but like I'm not going to be the one manually typing in the description for each NFT. All right. So it's not going to take a crazy amount of time to update it, you know, because they keep adding NFTs every week, right? We already know this. Currently, it's much faster to update the planner with new meta info than it is to update the spreadsheet. And yeah, updating the spreadsheet isn't really that difficult either compared to the prior versions that I had of the Townstar Playbook spreadsheet, you know, those used to take longer. The prior versions I had, that we were talking about like over a year ago. If you guys have been using the spreadsheet for that long or not. But you know, the faster it is to update the planner, that is the better. New Era is asking, what browser do everyone use for good frames per second, FPS? I myself use Edge to play Townstar. It's the only thing I use Edge for. I basically use Chrome for everything else. Now let me try to remember all my NFTs that I can place down here. This might not be a speed run, but it's alright. No rush. When was the town hall? Do you guys remember? If not, I'll check it in a moment, but I think it was 2 hours after the competition ends is when they're usually doing it. Juicy says, thanks for all your hard work for the community, Dub. Thank you, Juicy. Appreciate it. It has been quite a lot of work on that planner. It's way better than I expected it to be. And I don't want to restrict it, you know, like, that's what I'm doing right now, obviously, but it's more like a perk right now. It's not finished. Supporters get access to it first, early access perk. Eventually it will be public to everyone. Now I will say, even though it'll be public, there's like maybe 1% of things you won't be able to do. I don't think you'll be able to upload your designs to the server unless you have an access key. Just because I don't want random people spam uploading stuff to the server. I need to be a little safe about that. You know, just little things I consider. So yeah, it will be public. You don't have to pay or become a supporter to use it. You'll be able to do like 99% of the things. There's just like 1% of stuff you won't be able to do, and don't worry, you're not going to like really miss out on too much. You'll still be able to load up builds that other people share. You just won't be able to upload your own. That's the only thing I'm not going to let everybody do. Just people who have an access key. Right now for sure, just that. I don't know if there's gonna be anything else that's like limited access. No confirmations yet. Nothing is confirmed. DeFi says making a quick add developer portal to Planner for recipes and buildings is a possibility, but injecting the code might be tricky. That is possible, DeFi. I might not be able to do that for the pictures. You're saying a quick way, basically, either for me or for anybody that has permission, a quick way to quickly add a recipe to the planner? It's possible. I do believe it is doable, but since that would require constantly communicating with the server, it might actually make it a little more laggier. That's what I'm thinking of anyways. So I probably won't do that, but you know, it's a good idea that you brought up. The upside to that is if, for example, I mean, I hope this doesn't happen, right? Just an example. Either I go missing, or I just take a break for like a couple weeks or something, and then nobody's updating the planner. You know, as long as you guys are supporting me, I'm here. I really appreciate your support, and yeah, I do want to update the planner every week. You know, I enjoy playing Townstar too. And you know, the only upside to your idea is like if I'm not there that week, that there would be a way for somebody to easily implement the new meta. You know, but I don't think it's going to be a thing. You know, the ID you mentioned. New Era says Brave is what I've been using, only getting 40 FPS. Would be amazing for new people in prediction that puts a layout for users. So somebody could make designs on the planner and just share them and be like, you know, the planner predicts that this will make a decent amount for no NFT players, so you guys can try it out, and then the no NFT player can try out that design, and you know, maybe they'll still need to improve it. That's part of the game. You can't give them a perfect design either, but it's a good learning tool then, right? But yeah, at that point, we need people in the community that are willing to come up with designs to help some people out. Not everybody's going to do that, obviously. Most people want to focus on their design, and that's completely fine. Or, you know, there could maybe be some guilds that are still sharing designs with their guild members, and that's cool too. You only want to share designs with your guild members, that's fine. Yeah, no one kidnapped me. Levi says for you to add, I have tried it, but got images to work, but injecting the to recipe file and bundle proved tricky. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be tricky. I'm just saying it probably is doable. I don't think I will do it though, but you know, cool thing to bring up. All right, I will slowly put down all my town point eligible NFTs, and we shall see. Already can't remember. We shall see how long this takes. But yeah, hopefully everybody did well in the competition, and I hope you still have some brain cells for the Halloween box. Because it's not going to be that simple. I haven't started any designs for Halloween box. Hopefully I'll come up with something today. I believe today is also the last conquest of Eternal Paradox. I do need to log in and participate in that. I don't think I logged into the Eternal Paradox for 2 days actually. I might be wrong. Haven't really been that active in Eternal Paradox this season, and I was planning to make a video on Eternal Paradox to talk about the Gala reward they did. I do kind of want to talk about it. Do you like the new stand look or the old ones? What's the newest stand? The strawberry one? I mean, I don't have the new strawberry one, but what's another? Oh, these? The lemon stand? The brine stand. Looks like the lemon stand. They were working on the lemon stand and they're like, oh, let's quickly change it to brine. That'll sell better. Or vanilla stand. They both look very similar. You know, they took the vanilla stand. They're like, let's use the same design. Let's just change a couple colors. Let's change the front. Bam, brine stand. I don't know, it feels more lazy. I like the older ones more. Of course, wheat stand and sugarcane stand almost look the same thing. Except the Christmas sugarcane stand. I use the Christmas sugarcane stands. I like the way they look, you know. Okay, well, never mind. They look the same. Where'd the Christmas lights go? I just realized that. Or did it just never have Christmas lights? Who knows? At this point, I don't even remember what it looks like. Alright. Bayes? Not doing any box. That sucks. Oh yeah, you don't like any of the boxes. Hatem, hello. See, you got the Town Star farmer picture. Looks cool. And also, I remember some people said the new meta should include the wooden boxes. Where's the wooden boxes? Why is there no wooden box for the Halloween box? A good point, sure. I don't know. Okay, it's a good point, but like I don't know what to tell you. I don't know why the Halloween box doesn't have a wooden box. Okay. I mean, are people gonna get upset about that? I don't know. Maybe. Immersion broken. Sandula says, I like how the old stands are drawn compared to the new ones. Ah, okay. I mean, all I know is that these kind of look the same. But you know, so do these. These kind of look the same too. Well, I mean, why have silent rides inside the stands? Alright, okay. Cliff, hello. Woke up late, was not able to fast forward to my town. Last forward I had was about 4 hours. Oh, okay, before the competition ended. Oh, I hope that didn't cost you anything. Sandula says, box NFT, don't use a wooden box anyway. That's true, but that's just for the epic boxing facility. Not everybody has those. Oh, how many people here ended up getting the vampire skin for the boxing facility worker? I didn't get one. Of course, I didn't bother. But yeah, I can't imagine that many people got it too. I know who got the legendary one. They're trying to sell it. Which is cool, you know? Hope they make some money back. What else do I need to place down? But yeah, town hall is like in an hour and a half. I don't think I'll stream until the town hall starts. You know, when they used to start the town hall, like right when the competition ended, that was fine. I'll listen into it. Or even an hour before the competition ended. I really would like them to do that again, an hour before the competition ended. That way I could listen into it and then we'll talk about, you know, everything that was discussed. Let's be honest, usually in these town halls, they don't really talk about new stuff. I kind of forgot. I wasn't sure they were still working on the UI update. I mean, clearly they did something. People aren't impressed with it, of course, but like, you know, they kind of, this needed, I already had this conversation, but this needed to happen before we even had a chance at the new soil token, whatever the heck it's going to be called, and the upgrade system. That people are still skeptical if it's going to happen or not, but this needed to happen first. Of course, I hope they listen to your guys' feedbacks and they change where the search button is and they make this, you know, a little bit better than what it is already. Because people hate where the search button is at the very least. But, some progress. Sandula says, but my point is that a wooden box not being in the build is not a game breaker to complain about. Yeah, it's really not, so it's like not a big deal for me. DeFi didn't get the skin. Sandula says you have to make a trade to get that vampire skin, right? Yeah, you have to make a trade in one of the liquidity pools on Gala swap. I forgot which one, something like that. I didn't want to bother doing that. I don't use Gala swap anymore. I think they force you to download their, was it extension for the browser or something? Like, I'm not really sure. I just haven't used it since they updated it. I haven't actually checked if people are selling those skins. Let me check that real quick. DeFi says, I like new interface ability, sort and filter would be good. But I guess some just don't like change. Yeah. I don't mind the new interface either. I do agree with people that the search bar, the new position for the search bar is stupid because the shop has it at the same position that we're all used to. So yeah, they should change where the search bar button is. I try to rely on using the F key for the search, but not everybody does that. I understand that completely. It's fine. No epics yet, just in common legendary. Okay, well, only like 2 people got epic, I think. And the people that are trying to get the epics and legendaries, they probably don't want to sell them. You know, the person that managed to get the legendary, I know who it is, and like they don't play Town Star, so they're trying to sell that one. Grassmere says, I have the Thanksgiving sin for my chickens, but it doesn't apply anymore. Is this the same for everyone? If you mean cosmetically, I don't think it's applied for a while, the cosmetic difference. I can't remember. The craft time reduction works, but not in the way you may expect, from what I remember. Because I think it applies a 1 second reduction first, and then it applies the multiplicative percentage reduction. So it might not actually make it seem like it's making a difference. My bad, that was me. One of the applications. DeFi says, I saw one for sale, I think really high price. Yeah. Legendary's going for like 600. Yeah. Yeah, actually, he mentioned to me. He mentioned it to me first. Like, I don't know. I could have had first dibs on it, but like, I'm really not gonna spend $500 or something for a legendary vampire skin. Bro1RS says, can I find a guild? Your best bet is asking on the Gala Games Discord and going to the channel that says... Where did that channel go? I might have it hidden, to be honest. Oh, the Townstar Guild's channel. There it is. I don't pay attention to it. Anyways, this is the uncommon vampire skin. People are selling it for $12. There you go. That's kind of what I expected, to be honest. Like, well, I expected more like $10, and that was before the crash, the price crash, the token price crash. But okay, yeah, maybe somebody's gonna pay $12 for it, right? All right, well, somebody bought it for $8. There you go. I know who that is. $11, 15. All right. $10. You know, the people who didn't want to bother making the trade, they'd rather just get it here. That's completely fine. This is only a 5% craft time reduction, so it's probably not even going to make a difference, you know. And if you already have the epic boxing facility, that's a 35% reduction, so diminishing returns. If you want vampires running around your town, there you go. For the people that want the zombie skins, you're gonna have to play Mirandis. I think when the new event starts, which is maybe next week, I'm not exactly sure. Maybe I should play that event, even though I haven't played Mirandis in a while. And I said I would check it out. I'm still waiting for more updates. I do like what they're doing. They're still continuing updates, but like, I don't feel like every single update has like a bunch of new content, just a little bit of new content at a time. That's, yeah, the vampire skin, legendary. Oh, it's $600 now. All right. Hey, you never know. So it's a 1 of 1 NFT, that's what I will say. Legendary vampire skin, only one of them exists, and probably only one will ever exist. Now with the current Gala price, probably nobody would be willing to pay that, but you never know. All right, finish up the daily challenge. Okay, well, is everybody looking forward to making the Halloween boxes? And please don't say that you're gonna wait for me to come out with a build. Please do not say that. Missing the twin tractors. I already heard at least 2 people that say they're going to be skipping this competition. Whether that's because the meta is hard or because they're busy, I don't know, but I did hear 2 people are going to be skipping it. Sandula says, I want to do over my lemonade build. I remember when they used to do competition, like the same meta twice in a row. They only did that a few times, but they might have only done that once or twice now that I remember. That was a long time ago. But yeah, that was cool for the do-overs. It's kind of boring though. Pretty much just do the same build for most people. Nodori says, it's a crazy one, so many buildings needed. Yes. Similar to a stock box. Technically, it's easier than a stock box because it's more like party box, like I said. DeFi says, yeah, boxes look interesting, starting some practice. Nodori says, I've got a plan set up, but it produces so little. Oh yeah, that's the expectation, right? You don't expect large numbers, double-digit numbers. It seems like people are going to be making double-digit. I might be able to get triple-digit. I don't know. I haven't started any planning yet. But I have a lot of NFTs, and the next meta favors the people that have a lot of NFTs. That's what I can say. So I don't know. I might be able to pull out a triple-digit number. I'm not sure yet. No idea. Cliff says, I was planning for the Halloween box, but now considering to do a different item. It'd be interesting to hear what you're doing or what you're planning to do. Maybe, you know, I don't know if you want to mention it here, Ray, because then maybe other people will get the idea. But if it was viable, if your other idea is a viable option, people would have already thought about it. I can tell you that, because like usually people are like, can ice blocks beat this? And usually ice blocks cannot beat whatever the meta is. Ice blocks won't do it on this one, even if you have the NFTs for it. It won't be enough. Sandula says, I wanted to try ice on both sides, but I'm looking forward to this build. There you go. Anybody who has at least a good amount of NFTs, they won't mind the Halloween boxes, of course. Halloween box looks scary. Ooh, looks more scary to people without that many NFTs. That's what I think. And yeah, from a perspective of trying to do no NFT builds, I will say that the Halloween box looks hard to make. Nothing's impossible, obviously. I could do it, trust me, I can do it. It's just I'll spend a lot of time on that. And yeah, I want to focus more on the planner updates right now. And maybe I get it to a point where everything is good and ready by the end of the year. You know, so we'll see. No promises. Looks like I need to put down a road. I think that's it. Other than the vending machine, I guess. That's it. Okay. Cliff says, planner's so good, by the way. The predictor rate was so spot on for my lemonade build. Nice. Nice to hear that. Mine was very close too. Did I show mine on... I think I showed mine on an accident. Let me see. Oh, let me hide this because this takes up way too much space. Put one on there. As I said, I was making 2,470 per hour. Prediction says 2,437. And that's just because the icebox is a little wrong. I'm not even completely sure. There's something wrong with the ice block rate, and I think also fabric plants. See, this is things I still need to figure out. My speculation is that the movement speed of the workers is actually higher than the base 2.0 amount. It might be 2.33, but I'm not sure. I also don't want to change it if I am not completely sure what the speed is. I could ask Ginobili, but she might not give me the answer. But look, if I were to duplicate this and make more ice, Well, then that would be completely wrong, but hey, it's not perfect like I said, but it's a pretty good idea. I guess this makes more sense, after all. It should be more like a reasoning, like... It's really just the planner telling you, like, hey, this sounds reasonable. More so like that. If it's showing you 0 lemonade and maybe you forgot to put down acid cold for the ice blocks or something, then there you go, you know. It's a reasoning. I agree with that. Ice rate is wrong prediction was higher than I was doing. Oh, that's interesting. Usually I just been hearing that the ice rate for people on the planner is lower. But you know, that's what I've been hearing. At the end, it really all depends on door position and storages and stuff too. From previous tests that I've done, also the fabric plants don't seem to have the correct rates, but I don't know. That's so far what I've noticed. I do know that we'll need fabric plants for the next one, for the candlesticks, I believe. Yeah, I believe so. So there's that. Well, I don't think there's anything else I was gonna really talk about. You know, town hall's like in an hour. I'll listen into that. I will either... no, I'm not actually sure what I'll do right now. We'll see. Let me check Discord real quick. Bargains, I got one for less than $1 swap. Oh, it was restricted to US players only. Okay, yeah. I know people just didn't want to bother with it. Yeah, less than $1 swap, there you go, it's worth it. I thought there'd be more on sale on NFT Harbor, but maybe not that many people did it. Wool yarn needed for next week. Okay, yeah, for the candlestick stuff. Or the candles in general, I suppose. Somebody said 750 rate and I only got 966. That doesn't sound right. Those 6 slots says second week in a row, it's disconnected twice. Oh, you said I got disconnected logging back in twice. I went from place 250 to 1198. Well, when did you get disconnected? Did you not... Wait, did you get disconnected on the very last minute or like the day before or what? Because that's too big of a drop in my opinion. Unless you didn't have offline mode turned on or something. Herb says I did for less than $1 shop, but I didn't get one. Oh, that's strange. Yeah, I believe they already all got distributed. Yeah, I couldn't tell you why. likely don't even need to submit a ticket. You can if you want, of course, but it does seem like they tend to fix the leaderboard positions now before sending out rewards. Those 6 slots I didn't log in until 2 hours before the end. Yeah, then you should have recovered. You know, your town should have fast forwarded. So that's like a huge drop from 250 to 1198. I hear some people say that too. It's just that, you know, I don't know the entire situation. You got disconnected before the loading could finish? Oh, okay, well there you go. That makes sense. That's what you meant. Yeah, I mean that sucks. At that point you're just screwed. That's my complaint about that is, you know, Gala or Town Star should fast forward all our towns right when the event ends. Of course, the leaderboard would be wrong until a couple hours after that, but, you know, one solution causes another problem in a way. Of course, the main solution is to be more like Vexy Villages, where it's always online. You know, Vexy Villages does that correctly, at least. I'll give them that. It's basically a game that's always connected to the server. Townstar doesn't do that for whatever freaking reason. This game is great. It's very fun. I just cannot really recommend it to people because of the whole connection issues. Really, if they were to fix that, if they were to make this game like, you know, always connected to a server, you know, you don't need to stay online for your game to actually run. You know, like even Farmville did this crap, I'm pretty sure. Back when I played Farmville so many years ago. It's such a popular game. Well, what else can I say, really? Those 6 slots, it might be because I'm using VPN. Okay. Yeah, it could be. Sometimes it disconnects easier. Vanessa says, hi Dub, leaderboard shows you are 11th, not top 10 this week. No, I ended up getting 11th. I kind of figured my prediction was 12th place, so I wasn't that far off. I didn't think I would get top 10 on Lemonade. You know, on Thursday, I was looking at the leaderboard and I was 7th, you know, because people were offline, right? And I was like, oh, maybe there's a chance. Maybe I was wrong, but no, I was actually initially right. All good, I will take it. I did the best I could, I think. You know, probably could have spent a couple more hours and figured out how to get to over 2,500 per hour, but it's fine. I might not have been able to do it. If anything, I use that extra time to work on the planner or play some Mega Bonk. Although I actually didn't play Mega Bonk the past 2 days, like I said. Fun game, but I didn't get on it during the competition time. Oh no, wait, but I did play it before the competition started. Ah, okay. Ignore that. Herb says, I lied, I did get the vampire skin. I somehow expected notification or something. Oh, okay, no wonder. Alright. You checked and you have it. Okay, cool. Oh, do I have it? Do I have the vampire skin? No, I don't. I didn't do the swap, to be fair, so it's not like I would have it. But you never know. Oh yeah, I should be getting the Vexy skin. Like I said, I'm not playing Vexy Villages right now. So I'm not really sure if I will, to be honest. If I was to pick 2 main games to focus on, it would be Townstar and Mirandis, even though I'm not focused on Mirandis at the moment, because it's not like permanent progression or anything right now. It's like, I would say, a temporary progression. Oh, I got tagged on the Eternal Paradox. I kind of do want to read this, even though, you know, most of you don't care about Eternal Paradox. I'll read this a little later. I might make a video about Eternal Paradox. I did participate in the event that distributed Gala. Which on that event I'm only gonna get like 1,000 Gala from, and that was ultimately a big waste of time if I'm being honest. But that is also kind of why I want to make a video about the Eternal Paradox Gala event, because it is a good test. The event they did was more so a test in my opinion. I explained it in the Eternal Paradox discussion channel. I would think some people know what I'm talking about on there. And clearly people have shared their feedback. Any awards for... Oh, Luvena says, any rewards for finishing Forever Town? No, unfortunately. I actually did finish my Forever Town. I don't like show it on stream anymore, but I got on it like a couple days ago. It's still there. It makes wine sometimes, you know, whenever I don't lend out my tables of appreciation, because then they all get removed. But whenever I do have my tables of appreciation placed, it does make wine, and it's like the town has like more than 7 billion cash. I did clear the last tile, because originally I just had left the last tile on there, but no, it's completely cleared. W broke? Yeah, that's fine. It's daily challenge. Already did it. I'm just on here for no reason. I'm not gonna get on the Forever Town either, because it takes like 2 hours to load it up. By the time it loads out, or loads up, the town hall would have already started. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it. Town hall starts in an hour. I will listen into that. I don't really expect them to talk about anything new, unless they just manage to share. They'll be like, yeah, we heard you guys, we heard you, the search button, yeah, blah blah blah, we heard you, and we're gonna move the button and whatnot. So maybe they'll talk about that. Alright, other than that, the town halls lately, they just don't share that much information. I do appreciate that they're doing them, of course, better than nothing. The communication is a little better. Still, Mirandis is still #1 in communication. Maybe Townstar can get back there someday. But you know, so far Ginobili is doing all right. I do communicate with her. She gives me the pictures of the new meta item early so I can have them on the planner. I share them with the other person or people making the, you know, the Townstar planner online visualizer. They get the pictures too because I share it with them. So that's, you know, not a big deal, but it's all right. Okay. Sometimes Ginobili can answer some of my questions. That's cool. All right, and she does seem to respond to some direct messages, so that's cool too. At least we don't have somebody just completely ignoring everyone. You know, that's what I can say. That's a step in the right direction. Okay, but yeah, that's gonna be it. Usual, I'll be on Discord and whatnot. Once again, I need to make a YouTube announcement, maybe on my Discord too. That some people are expecting no NFT rates every week, and I do try my best, but this week I don't want to make one. I straight up don't, because I'd rather just focus on the planner updates. I already said this. So yeah, no, somebody's gonna be like on Tuesday, like, so when's Dub's video coming out? And yeah, I probably will come out with the video on Monday, but mostly just talking about the competition details. That's probably just what I'll do. So I'm still planning to make a video, but I'm probably just gonna talk about the competition updates real quick, the details. You know, for the people that don't watch the stream. Spartan says, do your daily challenge on Vexy. I did hear about that. They added daily challenges on Vexy. I don't really care, to be honest. You know, it's kind of like, I think Spider Tanks at some point had daily challenges. I didn't care. It still didn't convince me to play it. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Farmer Michelle's still the GOAT, depending on who you ask. But yeah, Farmer Michelle did her best, but I've said it before. Farmer Michelle was a community manager. Ginobili's the actual town star lead. There's a big ass difference. Farmer Michelle had like no power. Ginobili has the power. Big difference there. But I get your point, Sandula. Yeah, Farmer Michelle was cool. Would be cool to have her back. I'm not really gonna talk about like who would be the better community manager here, because I don't want to upset Doug or anything. But let's end the conversation there. Thank you so much for hanging out. Of course, thank you DeFi, thank you Bayes, Rachel, Juxies. See you all later. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Appreciate everyone. See ya.